Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. Today I'm putting together a round hand-tied bouquet using blue hydrangeas, some white roses, a little bit of baby's breath, and I have some mini white calla lilies. A lot of this product I got from Hobby Lobby. I don't know if you can see at the bottom right of your screen there. I found some hops, I believe is what these are. I actually got that online through Amazon in a bundle of plastic succulent plants. But I thought it has a really great texture and I wanted to work it into a bouquet. I do have some green blossoms of, I believe that they're supposed to be like some kind of maybe fuchsia. I'm not familiar with what the flower is supposed to be representing, but it's like a lime green color just to kind of give that fresh look to the bouquet. So I'm starting out with the hydrangeas. I did this with a recent video too. With the hydrangeas, especially down lower, you can work in the other flowers and they will stay in your hands rather than spinning around. So I find like if you do a bouquet of just all roses and carnations or something like that with no fillers, you're going to end up using a lot more flowers, which is awesome, but it's also very hard to design with because they will continue to turn in your hand. I guess I shouldn't say very hard. It's just a little bit more difficult. I do like using the hydrangeas. And since it's a blue color, I'm going to let it kind of take a back seat to these bright white roses. But I still want that little pop of blue in there. So I set the roses up higher above the hydrangeas. But I am able to evenly space them out. I think I have like 7 roses. So I'm going to do one in the middle, 3 on the level down below the middle, I guess the middle level, and then 3 more along the bottom there. So I'm trying to space everything out evenly. It reminds me of doing wreaths for like the holidays or just like a door wreath where you kind of want that even, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock areas on the wreath when you're going all the way around. And sometimes, especially with these bright white roses, if they're not evenly spaced, your eye kind of notices it. Nobody's ever going to say anything. And it's probably just a designer thing that you see that they're off a little bit. But trying to get them spaced out evenly is a good thing, though, too. So I work in a little bit of baby's breath into the spaces there so that it pushes down my roses down to that lower level. And then I have these little blue flowers that I also ordered on Amazon, and these were an oopsie. Sometimes if you order flowers off of Amazon, you kind of just get what you get. But in the picture, they look like great big hydrangeas. So I was like, awesome, what a great price. And then they come in these little tiny bundles. But it works out perfect with this bouquet because I need just that little bit more of a blue tone to bring down into the bottom of the bouquet there. So it all worked out really well. This would actually be a great bouquet to do a natural stem wrap on the bottom using just artificial stems that have more of a real look to them. And I'll link that video at the end of this one, and you can see how I put together an artificial stem wrap on the bottom of an artificial bouquet. And that technique actually works well with fresh flowers too. Even the hydrangea trick works well with fresh flowers too. However, if you're not able to have the hydrangeas in a water source, they do go down fast. So that's just a little caveat with the hydrangeas. They tend to wilt faster than others. But you can use all these techniques with fresh flowers. Just have to be a little bit more ginger with the handling, I guess. I'm working in my calla lilies, again, trying to space everything out evenly. As you can see there, I apologize. I kept pulling the bouquet out of the camera range. I think as I design, I bring it a little bit closer to my face. With calla lilies, of course, these are artificial, and you can bend them any way you want, but referring back to fresh flowers, you can actually get a calla lily to bend in a direction that you want to if you just kind of massage the stem and work it in the direction that you want it to bend. So if you're careful and you just kind of rub the stem, like if you want it to bend downward, just rub it a little bit down and it will give a little bit for you. It's not going to do like a 90-degree turn, but it will have that little bit of bend for you with the fresh flowers. You can do the same with fresh tulips. We'll do that too. But with tulips, if you do a tulip bouquet all in fresh flowers and then you store it overnight, the tulips will kind of bend up overnight. So if you have some tulips cascading down, their heads will turn upright overnight. It's just how they grow. That's kind of their habit. But they can be manipulated too, like calla lilies are. Back to this bouquet. I'm just working in a little bit of that green flower in there. Like I said, it just kind of gives it that nice fresh look. If you were to go with like maybe a silver accent, you could probably use this bouquet more for like a winter wedding because it has those cool tones, those whites and blues in there. And then along the bottom is where I'm going to put in my hops blossoms. I feel like they just have a really great movement to them, and having it be that a little bit heavier plastic, it gives it a nice like hearty movement to it, I guess, jiggle. So I only have 4 of these, so I'm placing them out back to the 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6, and 9 o'clock placement on my bouquet there. And then to hide my mechanics, I have some leaves wired up from like a lamb's ear. So it's that soft kind of gray-green color. And I will tuck that along, kind of making a collar for my bouquet, hiding everything that I've done underneath because you got to keep your secrets to yourself. You don't want anybody else knowing how you put together this bouquet. So I'm going to tuck them along down there. I will have this bouquet for sale at Orlando Rose Shop, and I will put the link in the descriptions too if you wanted to check it out online. But once I have everything where I want it, I'm going to tie it off with a chenille stem. You can see that's how I hid the bottom of my stems there, my mechanics. I'm just taking a chenille stem. I'm going to wrap it nice and tight because I have a good handle on the bouquet. I have everything placed where I want it to be, and so I just don't want it to loosen and fall apart. And usually after I tie it off with the chenille stem, I will squirt some hot glue along the inside there, just trying to cement those flowers in place where I want them. And I did go through and secure all the heads to the stems too, the flowers, to make sure that nothing flies off, because that would be embarrassing. But I'll give it a handle treatment with some double-faced satin ribbon, and there you go. Made it all the way to the end. Thank you so much for watching.